Hi guys, it's me, Bree, and welcome back to my channel, BriFre. For those that are new here, for all my returning viewers, my name is Brianna. I'm a 23-year-old medical laboratory scientist, CEO and founder of Aqua Industries and the Girls with Knowledge Book Club. And today I am in Brooklyn, New York for Juneteenth. I just left the Word is Change bookstore. Gotta go to the first bookstore. The Word is Change bookstore was a beautiful bookstore. It was filled from floor to ceilings, all with different types of books, both used and new. I really enjoyed it. The prices were pretty reasonable, and they had a lot of good Black literature books. The staff was excellent and really helpful. I truly enjoyed this store. I got most of my books from here. Got a couple of books. I'm gonna do a haul later, but there is a park up here that we passed by earlier that they were setting up some stuff for Juneteenth. So we're just gonna go and check it out. Don't really have a plan. I just know that I want to see a whole bunch of stores. I want to go out and be with the people. I want to go to at least one block party, and yeah, that's really my goal. We'll see how everything goes. I left my mic in the car, so sound's gonna be off, but we already took the subway here. I'm with my mom. This is her first time taking the subway. What's your review of how the subway was for a first timer?
It's okay. It was fine.
It's not hard to navigate at all.
No, it's not.
Is what you think. As long as you have, like, I prefer Google Maps over Apple Maps because it's easier to navigate. So we're on our way to the park and we're gonna see what they have going on for Juneteenth. I have a smoothie. Now I'm gonna make it a thing whenever I come to New York. I'm always stop by like a bodega and get a smoothie because it's always it's fresh and it always tastes good. So we're gonna go to the park and see how we get there. What is the soda bag? Nice. Train headed to the next bookshop.
Please be advised at this time with the lane behind the red signal. Please be advised at this time with the lane behind the red signal to the train traffic ahead. There's a train crossing in front of us.
Next was my favorite bookstore of the entire trip. It was Liz's Book Bar. I really enjoyed this place. It was so well organized. They had a lot of good sections of books. It included a bar that served different teas and coffees and everything. People were really it really had a community feel. People were talking to each other, reading books at the bar. Next down the street was Bookstore Magic. This was pretty well organized as well. This one was a bit more expensive to me. It was like more like Barnes & Noble prices. It was really nice though. Books were everywhere. I enjoyed it. They even had like a translated section, so I really enjoyed that as well. Guys, after I went book shopping, we were walking back to the hotel and I really hurt my back and sprained it somehow. I'm not sure how, but I stopped by the hotel, dropped off my books and some of my things, and I started headed out into the city. It was Juneteenth. Lots of events were going on. The traffic was a bit crazy, but it wasn't like too crazy like how it is here in Boston. But I really enjoyed my time going to all the different bookstores and was willing to unwind at this point and celebrate in the city with different Juneteenth activities. I met up with my friend at the hotel and it was time to get our day started. I was so excited for this part of the trip.
Hey y'all, happy Juneteenth! We are outside.
We can say whatever you want.
All right, my name is Yana, and I am tagging along with Bree today.
Hey.
And we are outside for Juneteenth, and we're heading to Harlem. It's gonna be our first stop.
Yeah.
Well, my first stop for the day. Bree has some activities she was doing.
Yeah, I went to Brooklyn. Y'all seen all that. I went to different bookstores. So now this part, we finna be outside.
We're heading to what? It's the stoop
block party.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the Soapbox Entertainment stoop party.
Yeah.
But it's saying Riverside Drive, so we're gonna see what the vibes are like.
It's a park.
Yeah, a park, but they said things are walkable.
So I don't know.
Yeah, so we gonna see.
It ends at 9. We're getting there like 7:30.
So
hopefully it's not too crazy, but they said get there early. So
we gonna see.
We'll see.
But yep, that's the update. See y'all soon.
When we get there.
Guys, we're at the park.
My back trying to take me out the game.
Bree is not really doing the best right now, but
We'll figure it out
because it's Juneteenth and it's about community and helping each other out. So you know, we having a good time.
We'll figure out what's going on with my back. I don't know.
We here with the vibes. We just making sure that Bree is taking her time. She's not doing too much, not pushing herself, still being able to enjoy the vibes, be in the ambiance, explore the city.
Let's go.
All right, we finna go. Real festive. We see some vendors. We see people selling stuff. Icy ladies, fruits, scoops, shirts. We got Juneteenth shirts, all our Pan-Africanness, all our Africans. Everybody's outside. There we go. Beautiful African ladies. We got all shades of brown, all different qualities. The view. Beautiful. Black people all around. Getting closer to the vibe. Bree is dedicated. She's leaving here with something. She's getting her money's worth. And here we are. All right, y'all. I'm learning how to use the camera. But I'm figuring it out.
Right. We're fine. We're doing great. She's getting all the angles for me while I'm out of commission.
My good sis.
Hi guys, it's day 2 of me being in New York. Last night was terrible for me. Like I was in so much pain. I almost couldn't walk. Like there was people on the side of the street that I was like on the ground in the middle of the street because I couldn't walk. It was people outside that was helping me. I had to lean on this random man, y'all. It was terrible. But I feel a little bit better today. It was crazy because I lay down in a position for so long that it was locking up again, but it's day 2, y'all. We're here. My last day out here in New York, and I want to give y'all a room tour. Get into it. What? Yeah. So this is a little living room area. That's the TV, and I even have my own balcony, guys. Look at this. This is the balcony, y'all. The patio space sitting area. This is so nice. And this is it, y'all. I have a little desk here, and then the room is over here. Hello. Wow. This is the room, little TV, and then there's another little view of the back here. This is New York City, y'all. We're in Brooklyn. Like, what? So, yes, guys. I love Brooklyn. I was telling like everyone, I was like, next year, once I get to my master's, it's either Brooklyn, Japan, or Chicago. And it's giving heavily Chicago.
Fingers crossed it's one of the cities
yes. Of course. Y'all, I don't know. Like on the way here, I was like, I want to live in Brooklyn. And now that I'm here, like
driving in them streets, it'll do it.
I don't know. It's not giving Brooklyn right now. I can live here for like more than a year, but
no, that's fair. That's very fair.
Let me give y'all a little haul. Let me get my lighting right because there's lights everywhere here. Okay. All right, guys. Let's get into this mini book haul. So I went to a total of 3 different bookstores, as y'all saw. I'm going to put all the bookstore names in the comments. They had beautiful bookstores here. You guys can visit them as well because I went to 2 Black-owned bookstores and one that I just stopped at on the way called Books Are Magic. And I went to Word is Change, Bookstore Magic and the Book Bar. I'm sorry if I butchered that name to the owner, but I can't remember on the top of my head right now, but I'm gonna have the video here. The first book I got, Women Who Run with the Wolves. This is like a wild women's archetype type book that she did. It explores into the archetype of women who run wild, who are just doing whatever they want to do. Myths and stories of the wild woman archetype. I'm so excited to read this. Like, I've seen this on my Amazon recommending everything, and very interested in this one. Sounds super cool because I like to think that I'm a woman who runs wild. Hello. Next was this book that I thought was very interesting. Guys, I used before I start, y'all. I used the New York Times bestseller summer reading list challenge to kind of guide me on this. So let me pull that out. A picture of it on the screen here, but I'm using it as a guide. So it said read a book that was published this year. And I think this book knocked off both of those things, multiple things on this list. The first paperback is 2026, so this is basically this year. 2025, 2026, but the first paperback was this year. And this book is called The Sisters, and it follows the life of 3 sisters in this neighborhood from the perspective of this guy that grew up with them. And they all go through 3 different things, and their lives are all intertangled with this one guy for some reason. I thought it was very interesting and a cool story, so I got this book as well. It's a New York Times bestseller, and it came out this year, so that knocks off, I think, 2 things on the list. Oh no, it says best books of 21st century. I don't know what that is. I got the Heaven and Earth Grocery Store book by James McBride. I seen this in the, I believe this was in the horror section, and I have yet to find read a horror book, I think. And this is like a genre that's outside of what I've been reading that was on the list as well. I forgot this one was about. It was like a guy, he found a body somewhere and like all hell breaks loose or something. I don't know. I barely read the back. I seen there was a black man that wrote it, and then I saw there was an Oprah's book club, so I just grabbed it. And it sounded kind of interesting. Finding something at the bottom of a well. Whose skeleton was and how I got there is 2 secrets. Okay, so he finds a skeleton at the bottom of a well, and they're trying to figure out why it's down there. Sounds interesting. I got this book from the first bookstore I went to, Word is Change. I love Afrofuturism, and this is books 20 short stories on Afrofuturism. I saw that P. DeJelly Clark was on it. I hope I said his name. Same guy that wrote book Ring Shout, and I feel like that was such an interesting book when I read it. Even though I rated it like a 3 out of 5, it was still a pretty cool book. And so I recognized one of the writers that's in part of these 20 short stories, and I picked it up because I love Afrofuturism, and the cover was so fire. Next, I heard so much about this book, Black Leopard, Red Wolf by Marlon James. Forgot what it was about. I know it's a fantasy book, and I love reading fantasy books from more black authors, and I want to add it to my collection, so that's mainly the reason why I got it. Like I said, I forgot what it was about. I probably put a synopsis on the screen because I don't remember what it was about, but I recognized the cover, and I thought the cover was fire, and it doesn't take much for me to get a book. Next is Misbehaving at the Crossroads. This is talking about like different women, black women, intersectionality. And I thought that was very interesting, and I love the cover. And like I said, a good cover will always get me. Priscilla Everett, I do have a copy of James, which is the story of Huckleberry Finn from the perspective of the runaway slave. And this story is called The Trees, where white people are randomly lynching themselves, and they're trying to get to the bottom of why. So this is really cool. He always has really cool perspective books. They're like really dope, because I never thought to think of the story of Huckleberry Finn from the perspective of the runaway slave and not from the child. I got this book because the cover looked so fire. It gave me like Woman King vibes. The Unbroken by C.L. Clark. I didn't even read the back. I saw the cover and just instantly picked it up. I'll put a synopsis or a summary on the screen because I don't know what it's about, and all it takes is a good cover for me to buy the book. I thought this was very interesting. Next is The Color of Law. I felt that this book was so interesting. I wanted to get more into a deep dive of redlining. I'm from the Deep South, where it's very apparent that redlining is there. And I kind of wanted to get into the politics and the structural and systematic racism that goes around buying houses and how the grass and everything are made in certain cities. And I'm very excited to get into this book. I've heard so many good things about it. I've been wanting to get it for the longest, but I didn't want to get it from Amazon. I wanted to get it from a local store, most outside of Barnes & Noble. And I found this at the first bookstore I went to and I had to get it. The next two books I got from, no I didn't. This one I got from the third store I went to, which is Books Are Magic. And look at this cover, guys. I wanted to, on the list it had like a book, read a book that was from translation, and look at this book, this cover, y'all. How could I not? It's called Monkey's Journey to the West King by Wu Chang-ing. It's like a fantasy adventure epic about this guy that's trying to find this one king or whatever. He goes on this big adventure to go find this king, and I think it's so dope, so cool. I love when the edges are like, I think it's called beveled edges, when the edges are kind of like this, kind of like how my East Eden book is. The cover is fire, y'all. I can't wait to get into this. Like, whoa. Next, I wanted to get at least one book on philosophy. Because I have a few and I'm trying to build a collection in my library on both Black philosophy and, like, I guess the classics philosophy. It's Ovid's Metamorphoses, and I feel like this is one that I've heard so many things about. I had it in my cart on my like one book on Amazon for the longest, and I just haven't gotten around to getting it. So when I saw this, I definitely had to pick it up. I wanted to get into Ovid's Metamorphoses. I forgot exactly what it's about, but it talks about like sexuality, violence, and politics, and I feel like this will be a very dope one to get into. So Ovid's Metamorphoses. And that's all the books that I got, guys. Let me show y'all a little picture of everything. So cool. We're gonna see how I'm feeling once I get outside, but I may just have to call it wraps and go home, y'all, because I don't want to be hurting while I'm outside today. I actually ended up spraining my back and I am so much pain right now currently, guys, but I have noticed the influx of subscribers and you guys viewing my content. I have more on the way. Continue to pursue obtainable visions. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.